Hey guys, this is Andrew with rockclass101.com. So real quick before this lesson begins, I just want to say that this is one out of 19 lessons in our fingerpicking concepts course. So this course is all about the right hand, and it sets out to teach you 3 approaches for fingerpicking. So that's using your thumb, using a 3-finger approach, and using a 4-finger approach. So this lesson is one of the exercises from our 4-finger approach for fingerpicking. So if you guys want to get the tabs to follow along with this lesson, just go to rockclass101.com, sign up for basic memberships, 100% free. Just look for the fingerpicking concepts course and you can find the complete tab to print off. Plus there's 4 other lessons in the course that you guys can try out to get a feel of what the course is all about. All right guys, I hope you enjoy the lesson. Hey guys, so this is exercise number 1 for our 4-finger approach for fingerpicking, and this exercise is all about plucking. So a lot of times when I see people play, they're always using strumming and fingerpicking, but what I want to throw out is the idea of sometimes it's cool to switch it up and throw plucking instead of strumming. So what do I exactly mean by plucking and strumming? It's kind of vague. We're really talking about chords. So when you have chords in a fingerstyle piece, so let's say an F or a G7, which are 2 of the chords in this piece, let's just keep on the G7. A lot of times I see people always strum and then do their little finger picking piece. But what I'm throwing out is if we have a 4-finger approach, why not use all those fingers and throw a pluck in there and then go into our finger picking piece, right? So that way it keeps this right hand a little bit more efficient and it gives it a different kind of sound, right? So if I don't have to do a strum and I do a pluck, then my hand just stays completely engaged for doing fingerstyle playing, right? But if I do a strum, especially if I do it with my thumb, I have to move my hand all the way back to get into the position to fingerpick, right? So if I have a strum, then I have to move all the way back up. But if I have that pluck, right, it kind of keeps that hand ready to keep going. So if you're playing like faster tunes, it's a way more efficient way because you don't have to have all that movement with the right hand. So just that's one idea behind this exercise and this 4-finger approach. Another idea is that it creates a different type of sound. So in the helpful tips above, we were talking about Canon indeed. That's a really cool real life example of trying this technique out with. You could try a 4-finger approach on that tune and you can pluck those chords instead of strumming. Now if you watch that performance video, you'll see that I strum everything, but I have a preference for strumming. So there's really no right or wrong, guys. So what you could do with this exercise is you could try both ways. So when we learn it, you could try the first time going plucking. The second time you could go strum, right? And you can hear the difference between the two, right? They have quite a different sound. And then maybe you could combine them. You could take this exercise to the next step and just combine it. So maybe the first time you could go strum, pluck, strum, right? So you strum, pluck, strum. Right? It has a really cool kind of sound instead of everything's the same, right? Pluck, 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 strum, strum, strum. So I'm just throwing out ideas for you guys to make your playing just that slightly more unique, you know, that little bit of extra. So when you listen to your favorite players, that's what they do. They throw in this slight little sprinkle of extra stuff on it that makes it really pop and stick out. So it's kind of a cool little approach. So something for you guys to think about for songs that you already know and songs that you learn in the future. So let's go ahead and kick into this lesson and let's learn the 3 chords that are in this tune. Very simple. First one is an F chord. So it's the middle finger on the 2nd fret of string 4, index finger on the 1st fret of string 2. The other strings will be open, so open 3rd, open 1st. From here, keep the index finger where it's at, drop the middle finger down to the 2nd fret of string 3, add the ring finger to the 2nd fret of string 1, and our G string is open, so this is our G7. And finally, we're going to move that ring finger up a half step to the 3rd fret of string 1, and we have C. So 3 chords, F, G7, C, and let's go ahead and cycle through what we're playing. So the first part is just going to start off with plucking 3 strings at the same time and playing the 4th string in between that. So go ahead and make the F chord, and we're going to pluck strings 3, 2, 1. Remember, for this approach, each finger gets its own string, right? Thumb gets string 4, index gets string 3, middle gets string 2, and ring gets string 1. So remember, with plucking, we want to pluck up, right? So we're not doing anything like lifting straight up or pushing down or doing anything funky like that, right? We just want to pluck the strings like that. Okay, so we're going to pluck strings 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to hit string 4 with our thumb after that. So here's our rhythm. We have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So again, it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. Let's think of it as a beat. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So think of it like that. Ba, da, 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 ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now if I break it down, I have pluck, 4, pluck, 4, pluck, 4. Right? So you can think of it that way too. Again, it's pluck, 4, pluck, 4, pluck, 4. So you notice all that's happening is it's either plucking those 3 strings or playing with the thumb, right? So we have pluck, 4, pluck. That's the first half. Pluck, 4, pluck. And the second half, 4, pluck, 4. Okay, second half again, 4, pluck, 4. So all together, 3, 4. Pluck, 4, pluck, 4, pluck, 4. Okay? So after that, you're just switch to the G7. Keep the index there, drop the middle, add the ring. We have G7, same thing. Pluck, 4, pluck, 4, pluck, 4. So again, 3, 4. Pluck, 4, pluck, 4, pluck, 4. Okay? And then switch to the C chord, right? And we have our 4-finger approach for the finger picking, right? So that starts with a pluck again of strings 1, 2, and 3. And then we go into the actual finger picking, right? So remember, keep that 4-finger approach for all of this. Okay, so let's break down what that is. So it starts with that pluck, string 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to go 4, 2, 3. So that's the first part. So we have pluck, 4, 2, 3. Okay, again, it's pluck, 4, 2, 3. All right, so check out that transition. Pluck, 4, 2, 3. Okay, the next part will go like this. So it's going to go 1, 4, 2, 3. So the second time through, it subs out the pluck for only string 1, right? So the first time we had pluck, 4, 2, 3. The second time we have 1, 4, 2, 3. Okay? So if I put that together, I have pluck, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3. And then it's going to go again, 1, 4, 2, 3, strum. So 2 times in a row, you have that second one, right? So if I put them all together for the C chord, guys, I have pluck, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, strum. Okay? So nothing too hard, a little tricky, bit of a finger frenzy, but that's what makes it fun, and that's what makes a 4-finger approach so great for this. Very efficient way to play this stuff. So again, for F and the G7, we have the same stuff. Pluck, 4, 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 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, strum. And that's it. So guys, again, what we talked about in the beginning was throwing in strumming instead of plucking, and you get a different dynamic. So if you want, take this approach or this exercise and try strumming with it. Right, and you get a different sound. So that's what's cool. Start training your ear to hear the subtle differences that come out with a pluck versus a strum. And it makes a big effect on your playing, but in a subtle way. And then you can also work on doing both of them together, right? So we gave the example of pluck, strum, pluck, right? And then the same thing here. Right, and let's put that in time. Right, so you get a really cool contrast if you mix both of them together. So that's another idea. So again, we mentioned Canon and D. Just take melody 2. That's a great one to work on. Try plucking it the first time, those chords. The second time, try strumming it. And then the third time, try alternating between strum and pluck, and you get such a unique dynamic. You're not even doing anything super different, right? You're playing all the same notes, all the same chords, but you get a completely different sound in your playing. So just a cool concept that's easy to apply, doesn't require a lot, but makes a big impact. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this exercise. I'll see you in exercise 2.